tonight, what you're going to see tonight could be totally life-changing for you. My wife's going to kind of give you a little 15-second opening about why she and I got started with the company.
Yeah, we saw what you guys are about to see, just going right through life, just like, you guys are. And when we just had our third child, and I had my dream job of being a stay-at-home mom, and Todd had his dream job of being a high school football coach. And although we both had our dream job, we didn't necessarily have our dream life. We kind of woke up and found ourselves living paycheck to paycheck. And I don't know if anybody's ever done that before, but it's extremely hard and very stressful. And so we were just shown this industry, and we got started here on a very part-time basis. And over time, it worked into a full-time income. And this is all that we do.
So the name of our company is called partner.co. Don't put the M on. That's the way it's supposed to be, partner.co. And basically, our company is in the middle of what the Global Wellness Institute states is the $4 trillion and growing global wellness economy. As you can see there on the screen, we have everything. We have healthy energy drinks. We have plant-based meal replacement shakes. We have liquid nutrition. A lot of our just nutrition, from an omega-3 to a probiotic, a lot of those products with our company are actually inside of the physician desk reference. And everything we have to offer is doctor created and backed by science. As a matter of fact, you see there the physician desk reference. We're only one of 3 vitamin and minerals that have ever been inducted in to that physician desk reference. But I want to talk to you tonight about a couple of things. As a matter of fact, 2. As we go through this and you hear from people across the country, there's 2 things available, and you can be interested in one, the other, or both. But one of the things we're going to show you, these products, we're going to talk about 3 or 4 of them tonight that can help you transition your health to exactly where you want it to be. I call it maximizing it, because very few people ever arrive at perfection. And I will tell you, especially those of you who are aging, if you don't take care of yourself, you end up having to pay the piper at some point. So I always say choices matter. As you can see there, the left side pictures are when choices were different. After they joined our company, they started making better choices and adding in some really high quality supplementation. And you can see both Dr. Crystal and Ernest totally transitioned themselves from a health standpoint. The second thing we're going to talk to you about tonight is a way for you to build a passive residual income into your life. Don't take anything away from what you're currently doing. You just do this part-time. But I think if everybody stopped for just a second and you look at your finances, sometimes a person has great finances, but what I've discovered through the years doing this is people that make really good money usually have a time freedom problem, because they're always trading their time for that income they become accustomed to. And people that don't make money, they've got time, they just have no money to do all the things they would love to do, from travel to ski or whatever it is that requires significant income, especially in today's inflation world that we live in. So we're going to show you here in the next couple of minutes a way not only to get healthy, but then share this with others and start building yourself in a passive residual income. It takes work to build it. Nobody's going to make money for joining our company, but you will have a business that, if you put some work into it, that will start creating an income that will give you both time and money, the holy grail that so few people are ever able to get both. And that has been made available with the technology world that we all now have become accustomed to, as we all see tonight. Ash and I were just guests on a Zoom with some French Canadians. So we were in Canada and Zooming into some countries in Europe simultaneously. We were being interpreted as we talked. Literally, we're sitting here in Florida talking to people thousands of miles away, and then we're Zooming again. So this whole business can be built from the comfort of your home, right from your phone. Anthony's a young man, and he got involved when when he was in college. I always say it a home-based business, but Anthony always corrects me and says, Todd, it's not a home-based business. It's a phone-based business because you can work it from your car or you can work it anywhere you want to. Lisa and Mike, we attract everyone. We attract people like us that were broke high school football coaches with a wife home with 4 children. But we also attract small business owners that make good money, but are looking for that time freedom. Mike and Lisa are 2 of those people in Virginia. Mike and Lisa, share that with your own words, if you don't mind.
Absolutely, Todd. Thank you very much for that. Well, one thing that comes to mind is that everybody's working. Pretty much everybody is trading their hours for dollars, whether you're getting paid by the hour or whether you're getting a salary. Regardless of how much money you make, more than likely it's not residual. So when we had started our business and we were working around the clock to make that thing work and we were making good income, what we found out was that it's not residual. So no matter how much we make and how hard we work, tomorrow's a brand new day. Got to start over, start from zero the next day. We're all chasing that one thing, which is residual income. There's not an industry in the world that I've come across that's attainable to most people like this is for residual income. The other thing that we were looking for that was really important to us is the time freedom. And once you get the residual income, then you can kind of choose what it is that you want to do with your time. If it is work more, you can do that if you want. If it's spend time with your kids and family, you can do that too. So those are the 2 things that we were looking for when we came this direction.
Yeah, to be able to spend the time with our children the way that we really should be, not worrying about the stresses of our storefront business, has really made a difference in our lives. We can now go on vacations with this business and not have to worry about the things that we used to. So that's made all the difference in the world for us.
And then Gracie is a pastor's wife. Gracie's 75 years old. She looks wonderful, but Gracie, you and Benny are doing this, I think, to shore up your retirement or just add more flexibility in your retirement years, have the money you want to do the things you guys always have wanted to do.
That is correct, Todd. And when the Lord brought this business to me, I did not know to go looking for it, but God answered my prayer by bringing this to me. And I saw the pay plan, and a couple of wise people said, don't worry about those 9 ways to get paid, just go work the business. And I did. I went to work, and over time, I started noticing a little place in my back office that the money kept adding up. And Benny goes, look at that. You're going to get the $10,000 bonus. And sure enough, one day we saw that click over to $10,000 and we get the call. And it is such a fun, amazing way to earn the money that you need to make your retirement years so enjoyable.
Yeah, and Gracie, I know that you guys have, y'all did not need this money. So if somebody's out there that doesn't need it, they could do exactly what you and Benny did. Benny told me that y'all have saved every penny you've ever made here, and y'all now have a large savings account in addition to your normal retirement.
Yes, that is correct. And we are so thankful and so appreciative for what the Lord has blessed us with here. This is an amazing vehicle that we have at our disposal here. I would encourage everyone to get on board.
So we're going to talk to you about 3 products. We have about 80. You can use one of these products or all of them, just whatever kind of rings your bell tonight. But the first product that makes a huge difference in a person's life is our box of weight loss drops. And Ashley's going to share with you how they work.
Well, they were really created for, they call them weight loss, but they're really created for balancing women's hormones. And the side effect of that is weight loss. So how about having a positive side effect for once off a product? And they have tremendously transformed people's lives. And I'm going to bring up Kim because she is one of the stories that I've got to watch from the very start when she first joined and through her journey of where she's at today.
Yes, I started these drops 3.5 years ago, and they've changed my life. The drops comes with 2 bottles. The drop number 1, you put up under your tongue 10 minutes before you eat breakfast, dinner, and supper. It curbs your appetite, balances your hormones, balances your thyroids, and detoxes your body. The second bottle of drops you put under your tongue 10 minutes after, and it boosts your metabolism to give you energy. You do have an approved food list that you got to go by. You eat as much as you want and however, whenever you want, as long as you go by that approved food list. I have lost a total of 92 pounds in 8 weeks and went from a size 22 to a size 14. And these drops has changed my life forever.
Yeah, and you can see this not just people that need to lose a lot of weight. We have a lot of women that use this to lose the last 10 in competitions or just because they want to kind of get to what they consider perfect in their mind. I don't know if there ever is really a such thing as perfect, but everybody's always chasing it. But actually, you found with a lot of these women that it's the hormonal balance that they love the most.
Yeah, because they start feeling good. They start having that energy and stuff that they had lost. And so when they start feeling good and having energy and sleeping, it's just exciting. And so they're just screaming it from the rooftops. And so it's been amazing to watch and be a part of the process.
The second of the 3 products we're going to talk about is my personal favorite, but everybody has their favorite. It doesn't mean it's the best one. But it made such a huge difference in my body when we began taking it. It's called MOA, which stands for Mother of All, and it's literally 36 different superfoods, all in a little 2-ounce package. So you throw it in the refrigerator. I was talking to a guy named Benji earlier who played for Auburn and has been in business since then. But he was just sharing, him and his wife try to eat good, but they'll go to the store, buy $400 worth of fruits and vegetables, and about 5 days later, half of it's ruined before they actually ate it. They end up driving through. So this is a real easy way to get some of the best foods on planet Earth in your body in a little pouch. Not going to ruin on you. We have a patented a patented preservative in there made of mushrooms. It's actually an all natural preservative. But you can see everything from better cardiovascular health to neutralizing free radicals, helps reduce stress. But the big thing we see with it that just blows everybody's mind when they share this with people is it reduces inflammation. And it doesn't matter what kind of inflammation it is, rheumatoid, arthritis, gout, carpal tunnel, old sports injuries. It's got 6 medicinal mushrooms that are going to be really, really boosting the immune system. As a matter of fact, you're going to see Scotty Vine's picture in just a second. Scotty, I'm going to come back to you when they can see your picture. But Scotty, the first time I met him, was actually training me on how important these mushrooms are. We're going to talk about the inflammation, and then we'll end it with Scotty on the mushrooms. So Kim, this is actually Linda. She took both the drops and the MOA. She was a type 2 diabetic, and that was the 2-week transformation of her ankle. But Kim, I think you saw the same thing happen in your body.
Yes, my ankles was swole like cantaloupes, and within 3 days of me taking that MOA, it reduced the swelling in my feet and my ankles. And then with me taking the MOA for a month, I have a form of a disability called muscular dystrophy that causes me to be very weak, and I'm not able to get up and down without my husband's helps from the couch or go up steps. But within 30 days of me taking that MOA, I no longer have to have my husband's help to help me the way I used to. I also used to have a lift chair. I no longer have to have my lift chair to lift me up and down. So I got rid of it because of this MOA just within 30 days.
Yeah. So we started finding out how effective it was. And we found that if you tell a person to take 3, if they've got a bad condition, it'll really clean up quickly. So this is Ernest Starks. Lots of you know him that are in the business. He's become a real rock star in our company, but he's a retired Army officer, but also he teaches tennis and pickleball at 69, about to be 70 years old. And that was his ankle. He took 3 MOA throughout the day and the next morning. But Ernest could not be with us tonight. He's actually on the tennis court, but his daughter, Jennifer, is. We're so happy to have you here, Jennifer. But I wanted to know through your eyes, the transition you've seen in your dad over the past year. And don't forget to unmute, Jennifer.
I'm unmuted now. Thanks. I saw a big transformation in my dad with the mower, especially his ankles. He battled with swelling due to him being previous military, him teaching tennis and pickleball all hours of the day, and his feet would just swell. But after taking this mower, I noticed that he's been a bit more energetic. He always had energy, but he has a bit more energy. His, as you can see, his ankles went down just from the mower alone. So I saw a tremendous change in him, and he even got me on the mower. I've been on it now for a little over a year. So
And Jennifer, you know, your dad was really only a customer, although he signed up as a brand partner on day one. He only took the products for about 4 months. And when it transitioned his body, he decided to work the business. And one of his favorite stories to tell is all of you guys, all the kids and the grandkids, I think he says there's about 28, I believe, but he bought everybody's Mexican dinner one night. Were you there when that occurred? Tell us about that through your eyes.
We were all in town celebrating the Christmas holiday. We had people from out of town, the nieces, nephews, cousins, and we all went to a Mexican restaurant to eat, about 28 of us. And when it was time to order, he just told everybody, okay, I got it. So my stepmom, she said, well, babe, what do you mean you got it? He said, I got it. All 28 of us. And we're trying to be scarce about what we're ordering. He said, nope, y'all order whatever you want. I got it. So he showed my stepmom, his Friday deposit. And she looked at it and she was like, oh, okay, yeah, Ernest has it. So everyone at the table just started laughing. So that is what he's been able to do, you know, doing the business side of the partner code. So
thank you for sharing, Jennifer. And then another testimonial on MOA is we've got a lady over in Savannah, Georgia. This is her son, AJ, but AJ Zoomed his mom in to a presentation only on MOA, not even the business. She was just going to be a customer. She has rheumatoid arthritis, severe, and I'll let you take it away from there, AJ.
Yeah, so my mom had stage 2 breast cancer. And so there's a lot of things that she's not allowed to take now that could possibly interfere with her breast cancer. So there are a lot of days that she was not able to walk. She had basically been bound to a walker or a cane to live out the rest of her days. She was really depressed, didn't think she was ever going to get to enjoy being a grandmother. And within a month of taking two packs of MOA a day, the inflammation is left. The picture on the left is just the last time her RA flared up. And then the picture on the right is her pictures after taking the MOA. And that's only 13 pounds of weight loss total, Todd. So that's just how much inflammation was in her body.
Pretty crazy, AJ. We're just so happy about that. And that's really what we do, is we provide hope to people, both from a health standpoint and a financial standpoint. Willie's with us a lot of times, but they're in spring practice. He's a football coach. Willie played a number of years in the Canadian League. He played linebacker out of Purdue, but he just, for those athletes out there, said he had permanent stingers in his shoulders. But he's just talking all the time now about how he can do push-ups with his son now, how he can sleep through the night. And if you're a TikTok user, go find Willie Fells on TikTok. He is a TikTok legend. He does MOA TikToks every single day. It's really, really good. And then Scotty Vines, actually 2 different NFL players joined us on the same night in the same meeting, both in Huntsville, Alabama. Scotty's actually from Auburn, but Scotty's picture's here because when I met him, he is the best looking 45-year-old man I have ever met in my life. And when he started training me on the mushrooms, I was all ears. So Scotty, tell us about these medicinal mushrooms that are in the MOA.
Unmute me. Okay. Yeah, the things I learned about mushrooms, once you start taking mushrooms, they increase your HGH, your human growth hormone. And once your HGH increases, that also increases your metabolism. So, and after your metabolism increases, then you start to lose weight, and everything else starts to coincide with that HGH. You start to get the decrease in cancer. It helps fight against cancer. It's a low sodium intake. You get good brain health from it. It boosts your immune system, and it also provides a good source of vitamin D. So you get all of those. Those are the few benefits that you get from eating the mushrooms. And also, I found out too that it also curbs your appetite. It curbed my appetite.
So Scotty, you've now been on the MOA and the last product we're going to talk about, Renew, for several weeks. And Scotty, by the way, I said in the beginning, choices matter. So
Right.
so Scotty is a raw vegan. He is very. I asked his girlfriend. I said, "Does he ever cheat?" And she said, "No, never. He only drinks water and he only eats like sometimes I think to a fault." But Scotty also runs 7 miles at least 4 days a week. So share just for a second what the MOA and Renew did on your runs.
Okay. I went from running on the treadmill. I went from running on speed 5, and I increased to speed 7, and I also increased my my mileage. I went from running like 6 to 7 miles. Now I'm running like 8 to 10 miles a day. And actually, I just finished running right before the meeting, and yeah, it's been, and my energy has been through the roof, and I wake up every morning ready to go. I was sluggish. It helped with my sleep. Where I was sleeping, I couldn't go to sleep till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, soon as I take the Renew, I'm sleeping like 15 minutes, and some of the best sleep I ever had. So it increases your sleep, and you wake up pumped up, ready to go every morning with a smile on your face.
Thank you for sharing, Scotty. We are so excited to
welcome.
have you on board. I know you're going to be a superstar here.
It
And
sure is.
I normally talk about this slide, but we're so deep in MOA now, I'm just going to skip over that one and go straight into our last product called Renew. And Scotty was a perfect lead in. Renew also naturally helps you produce more human growth hormone. And that's very, very important because HGH in the medical world is known as the longevity hormone. The more you have of it, the better everything's going to be. Athletes have known this for years, that if you have higher HGH, you're going to get better results out of all of your training, better lean muscle mass, better athletic performance, all the above. But what a lot of people don't know, and my wife was one of those, is how important HGH is for just the everyday woman. So Ashley, can you tell us?
Yeah, it's part of balancing our hormones. It's right up there with the estrogen and progesterone, and they just don't tell us about it. You know, I just started taking it because Todd was taking it, and it took a couple of nights before I started noticing any kind of difference, because I had stopped sleeping in my 40s. I had felt tired all the time. I lost my energy in my 40s. I had that brain fog. And my metabolism had slowed down. And so I just started taking it because he was, and about 6 or 7 nights, I noticed that I started sleeping longer. I noticed that when I woke up, I woke up feeling good, fresh, ready for my day to get started. And then over time, my last thing that I noticed is that I just started having that all day energy where I just feel good all day long. So and my brain fog that has really gone away. And so it also speeds up our metabolism. So as we're chasing down that rabbit hole of trying to balance our hormones out there, like we do with drops, the slenderized drops, to me, the Renew goes hand in hand, because now we're not just balancing our hormones, we're optimizing our hormones. And to me, it's kind of like going back to reversing the clock and going back to like you were in your 30s.
Yeah, and you can see the slide. The older you are, the more important this product becomes in your life, because under normal circumstances, after the age of 40, you start an exponential decline in HGH. So if you're not doing anything about it, by the time you reach 65 years old, you're going to be aging 125 times faster than a 12-year-old. It is an unbelievable product. But let's talk about getting you started now. And by the way, you can always buy a product if that's the only reason you're here. We call that a customer, and we love customers. But we encourage everybody to become a part of the company because it's only $29.95. That's your distributorship. We call it a brand partner here, and you're in for life. There is no renewal. It gets you your free app. You can see it there. Go to your, it doesn't matter if you're Android or iPhone, go to your store. It's called the partner.co share app. Once you sign up, you'll have your ID and password, and you have access now to build an international business. We've been saying over 60 countries, but I've now learned we're open in Morocco. There's all kinds of countries that have opened that we're shipping into. So I'm going to put my neck out there and say, I think we've crossed the 70 country mark that you can move into now. And then there's 2 more steps if you decide that you actually want to make money here and get a full 30% discount on all the products. Number 1, you have to activate your business once you get your once you're a brand partner with at least a 200 point order, and a point's about $1.50. There are some bigger packages that will up the percentage you get paid on personal sales. It actually can as much as double it, but the person that brought you can answer that question for you. But here's a couple of examples of our basic starting packs. There's one for $305, and it'll give you a 2-month supply of the 36 superfoods and the product that raises your HGH. It's a great pack to start with. We have a lot of women that want the hormonal balancing of the drops and potential weight loss if they want to follow the approved food list too. And a lot of them want to be in the business for free. So they order what's called a lifeboat pack. It's $371, but a lot of them sell 3 of those boxes and get all of their money back. So they end up with a free business and a free box of drops. And then I know that Fred Duff, who you're going to hear from closing, some people really want to focus on the HGH because HGH is the #1 hormone in our bodies, man and woman. I mean, it just controls so much. So you can get a box and then 10 5-day trial packs you can sell for $25 and get your money back there. So any combination you want to, and that's what a big pack looks like if somebody wanted to come in and go all in. But there's all kind of combinations there. That's only there for an example. So so that was the step 2, get your pack. Step 1, $29.95. Step 2, get your pack. Step 3 and final step is you have to have what we call an auto ship or a subscribe and save at least 1 order a month of at least 100 points or $150. There is an example of a box of 36 superfoods and a box to renew. That particular auto ship is $157. It generally is us. I know that most of us all order way more than that on a monthly basis, but it does not have to be. You just need 1 customer a month that has a reoccurring order of that amount. It will also qualify you to win our vacations. There's a lot of people on this call that won our free trip to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. That trip just closed out. We'll actually be going on it next month. But we're already now qualifying to win the next trip, which will be next April. You have from now to the end of December to win it. And that is a 7-night cruise, 8-day cruise into the islands of Tahiti. You can see there on the left-hand side, you'll be going from Tahiti over to Morena, all the way out to Bora Bora. So if you've ever dreamed of seeing these Western Pacific islands for free, eating some of the best food and hanging out with people from 70 countries, this is your chance to go and win it. And then what we do to create income is very simple. The first thing we do is we sell products and we make a retail profit. You can sell as many of them as you want to. If you like selling, go for it. Your app will facilitate that. We put our orders in there. We have smart links. You can buy in bulk, sell it for basically twice what you bought it for, make a 100% retail profit on it. And then the last thing we're going to do, and this is where we spend all of our time, is we're going to build a team of distributors in your business around the world. So there you are. You've just started. You're going to be selling some product, and we're going to be looking for people just like us, people that want to pay $29.95 and start a business. When we sign one up, you're going to help them do the same exact thing. We're looking for at least 4. So when we get our 4, we're then going to teach them to get 4. And off this goes throughout the world. And you're going to be paid, I heard Gracie say this early on, 9 different ways. We're only going to touch on 1 or 2. One is called our base pay. You're going to start building 2, 3, as many legs as you would like to build. And you're going to be paid 15% unlimited of every sale that occurs everywhere in the world except on one leg. You get paid on that leg too in a different area of the pay plan, But in base pay, start building 3 legs and you're going to get paid 15% unlimited. You get a leg takes off in Europe, 15% unlimited on every sale that occurs over there in France and Spain or wherever it may be. Then they're going to start matching once you get that check up to $250 on a weekly basis. They're going to start matching an extra 15% into a savings account for you. They're going to match up to $2,000 for you every single month. These are some of our $10,000 savings bonus winners that just got them here in Destin, and they just occur all over the place. Tammy's out in Denver, Colorado. Anthony, you started with us in college, and it allowed you to have a home-based business. I know it initially dropped a second off your 400 time when you were running track. Share a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, Todd. I started with, for the products. I remember just saying, hey, I had 2 reasons why I started with the products. One, saying, hey, if these products can help myself out, help my family out, that'll be a blessing. Not knowing it was going to help me on the track and then off season and lead off into the season where I dropped a second off of my 400 time, went from a 47.20 all the way down to a 46.12 for my PR. And then I split 45 seconds several times. And I also dropped my 200 time. But then on the financial standpoint, at that time I was in college working 2 part-time jobs and I wanted more time freedom. I didn't want to miss anything. If it was a birthday gathering or if it was a celebration of any kind, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there for my family. And this opportunity allowed me to do that. I just kept sharing and, I helped a couple people here find their 4 and we just kept on growing where by the time I finished up school, Todd, Ashley, hey, I never had to go work for anybody else if I didn't choose to because of the residual income, because of the upfront income as well. This opportunity changed my life and changed my family's life, and I'm forever thankful.
And Kim, you went from being a customer losing weight to getting involved with the business, and it's made a big impact in your life also.
Yes, since I have started 3.5 years ago, me and my husband has paid off $28,000 worth of credit card debt. We both bought ourselves a brand new vehicle, and then we won the 10,000 savings bonus this past October. The 1st of January of this year, we was able to pay off our home 5 years early, and I did all that part-time. I still had a part-time job until February the 15th, and I quit my part-time job to work partner.co full-time now. So not only has this changed my health, it changes mine and my husband's finances forever.
Yeah, and Kim, you've gone from changing your life to now you becoming a life changer. And I think that's the greatest place to end up in our business. And I just sit back and watch you and admire you. And Ken, you and Karen both, Ken, it retired you out of the baking industry, and it's now retired your wife out of her job, and y'all just built your new dream home because of our business.
Yeah, Todd, as I listen to all these stories, I want to sign up again, as Fred Duff often says. It's amazing with the products, Todd. I'm in the best health of my life at almost 59. And because of the business model and residual income, was able to quit a 16-year job in the computer field. My wife quit her job in healthcare. We recently built our dream home. And now we really live life on vacation, Todd. As we joke about all the time, we take 8, 10, 12 vacations a year. We don't have to ask a boss to get off. We don't have to go into debt to do it. It's generally a tax write-off. And the best part about it, Todd, it's available to everybody listening today. Everybody won't do it, but anybody listening can. I just urge you, get back with the person that invited you on here tonight and get started for your dream life. Todd, anybody on here has the same opportunity that we've had to live life on vacation. I absolutely feel totally blessed.
And Fred Duff, you've been in the industry for a little while, and you've been drawing a passive. As a matter of fact, you've been in the industry long enough that used to be called a mailbox check. It's now a direct deposit. So you've seen technology arrive. But I know that Joy is retiring from her 30-plus career as a pediatrician, and you and her are going to travel the world together building this business.
That's correct. My wife comes from a very higher education, and I come from a lack of education. Spent most of my life in a ditch laying brick. And so nothing wrong with that. Everybody's got to do something for a living. But at the end of the day, though, here's what I realized. I was working from 8 to faint. And I love what Ashley says. You know, it's not that I dislike laying bricks, but it wasn't a dream life of any kind. You know, I look at what Ken has accomplished here, and he's living his dream life. It just blows my mind what he's been able to accomplish here. And you and Todd and Ashley, it's mind-boggling. But you know what? One thing I want you to make sure you do tonight, the person who invited you to listen tonight thought the world of you, thought enough of your health, thought enough of your finances or your future, or maybe even your whole family, what's happening in the world right now. At least thank them. And I kind of look at it this way. You're probably a 1, 2, or 3. What's a 1? A 1 is, man, I fell in love with the products and I want to know more. I just, tell me, I got a few questions on a product. A 2 is, I need to get some more answers or questions back. I got a few questions because I have a dream job. I'm a teacher. I'm a nurse. I'm a pastor, and I love what I'm doing, but I'm not living my dream life. How can I fit this into my full-time life on a part-time basis and make it work? Then just get your questions answered. We're here for you for that. And it could be that you're looking for an extra $2,000 a month. Maybe you don't want 200 acres like Ken, and that's okay. But maybe it's another $2,000 a month coming in, or a few $100s a week. Whatever that is for you, we can make that happen through partner.co. That's a promise. If you're coachable and willing to work, that's all it takes. See, I didn't get this business, it sounds crazy, for big dreams. And originally it was just to keep my kid in college. I mean, that was a big dream for him. It was a big task for me on a bricklayer salary. But thank God for this industry. I was able to write a check his second year. Didn't have to worry about how much was it, how much is it, and wrote the check. This industry can change your life. And here's what's more important, Todd. I believe it can change your children's life generationally. It can change generations. It changed my zip code. I grew up in the hood, man. I moved from the hood to a really nice neighborhood. It can change anything you want. They say money's not important. I say it's really important. It's right up with air. I'll never forget this great school teacher said to me one time, money's tainted. I said, what? She said, money's tainted. I said, well, lady, it's only tainted if you can't got none. So I changed everything because I want some. So here, come and get involved with us. Again, $29.95, pick the pack you want, figure out where you're at. And the third person said this, I was in a long time ago, y'all talk too much. What have I got to do to get started tonight? So you're 1, I want to know more about the product. 2, I need to know a little bit more how to build this into my lifestyle. And 3, I'm flat out ready to get rolling right now. Wherever you are, promise me to do one thing. Call the person, text the person, email the person, and tell them you thank them because they thought enough of you tonight. Because partner.co is we're going all around. We're already in 70 nations. Why don't you just join us? See, you might want to go to Tahiti. I got it on my board. I'm going to Tahiti. I'm going to let them pay for it. So that's up to you. Want to come with us? Set your dreams, set your goals, and more importantly, get your questions answered. Not tomorrow, but tonight. Get with the person tonight because it's fresh in your mind and it's fresh on your paper. And your blood pressure went up for a reason because you see a future and a possibility to get out of this thing called a rut. God bless y'all. And back to you, Todd.
Todd, we got another Zoom coming up in 15 minutes. If people want to hear a corporate Zoom from around the world, you're one of the guests on there tonight.
Everybody have a great night. If you're new, just get back with the person that invited you. They'll get all your questions answered or connect you to somebody who can answer all the questions and help you get started.